FOB versus CIF, two of the most commonly confused Incoterms. They both deal with shipping by sea, and they both involve transferring responsibility at key points. So what's the difference? And why does it matter for your exports? I'm Kari Crane, editor of the Shipping Solutions International Trade blog Passages. In this video, I'll explain the key differences between FOB, free on board, and CIF, cost, insurance, and freight, so you can make the best decision for your next shipment. Before we dive in, I want to make sure you know about our free Incoterms chart of responsibilities. It breaks down who's responsible for what under each Incoterm, and our free guide, An Introduction to Incoterms. Both links are in the description. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We publish basics of exporting or importing videos twice a week to help you navigate international trade with confidence. FOB means the seller is responsible for clearing the goods for export, delivering them onto the vessel at the named port of shipment. Once the goods are on the vessel, the buyer takes over, both the risk and the cost from that point forward. For example, if you're shipping from Los Angeles to Shanghai, under FOB terms, once the goods are loaded onto the vessel in Los Angeles, the buyer is responsible for any damage or loss during transit, not the seller. Some important notes about FOB. It is often misused by U.S. companies because they confuse it with the domestic term FOB. It should only be used when goods are delivered directly to the vessel. If they're going to a container terminal first, use FCA or free carrier instead. CIF means the seller is responsible for loading the goods onto the vessel, paying for the cost of freight to the port of destination, purchasing minimum insurance coverage for the goods. Despite the fact that the seller is paying to move the goods to the port of destination, risk transfers from the seller to the buyer once the goods are on board at the port of shipment, not at the destination. For example, if you're shipping from New York to the UK under CIF terms, the seller arranges for freight and insurance, but if the goods are damaged during transit, the buyer is still responsible, even though the seller arranged the insurance. Some important notes about CIF. CIF is only for bulk or non-containerized goods that can be delivered directly to a vessel. If goods are delivered to a container terminal first, use CIP, carriage and insurance paid to, instead. In short, these are the key differences. With FOB, the buyer assumes responsibility once the goods are on the vessel. With CIF, the seller covers freight and insurance, but risk transfers once the goods are loaded on the vessel. Use FOB if you want the buyer to manage the freight and insurance. You're comfortable letting the buyer control costs and arrangements. Use CIF if you want to handle the shipping process and control the costs. You want to negotiate better freight terms by working directly with carriers. More experienced exporters prefer CIF because it allows them to manage the shipping process and negotiate better rates with carriers. However, if your goods are containerized, you might be better off using CIP instead. Understanding Incoterms is key to avoiding costly mistakes, and we've made it easier for you. Download our free Incoterms 2020 Chart of Responsibilities and our guide, An Introduction to Incoterms. Both links are in the description. If you found this video helpful, like it, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment if you have any questions. And if you want to dive deeper into Incoterms, check out our other videos on all 11 Incoterms, along with our more in-depth blog posts, linked below.